Hello, I'm a Wiener. How's everyone doing? Hello? Dying Monkey, welcome in. Dust Crafter, welcome in. I am the sausage. Oh ho ho ho. Yeah, honestly, it's a very low energy day. The last few days have just been nutty and stressful, so like, I didn't even feel like setting up my model and everything. I'm just gonna be a wiener today. And, you know, maybe do a little work, whatever. I just felt like hanging out with y'all. You know, maybe we'll tell some stories. I don't know. The sausage tuber. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I need to do a bit of writing for some short-form content, so I might just start doing that. Right now, you know, kill a bit of time. And, you know, we get to hang out. The sun is starting to come through my window. And it glares just at the right angle to be a butt. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Okay, Claire. Okay, the curtain's not gonna stay put. Stop being a butt. Eh. You're literally blinded when you wake up? Oh, I completely know that. I wish I could move my... This is how my curtain is, I can't quite get it to close at the... like, all the way across. So there's always a little crack that glares in. Hey, Rizo, hello, hello! How are you doing, friendo? I hope you're having a wonderful... Would you consider it afternoon or evening for you? Or what? I'm not really sure. But also... hold on. Do that. Excuse me. Do this. Tippity tappity typing. Go follow Rizo. Pretty chill person. Very cool. Friday morning. Alright, so it must be... I don't know if I would call it early morning, but yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, look at that, Riser, you got a follow. Bum ba ba bum. Blind and dark outside? Then that's probably very early, then. See-through curtains. Doesn't that just kind of defeat the whole purpose of a curtain? Like, listen, I'm no expert at decorating homes, but I really feel like... the whole point of a curtain is to block out the sun. Like, at that point, hey, it's Smurf! It's the voying Smurf! Hello, hello! I hope you've been staying safe from Gargamel. Yeah. Monkey, it sounds like you don't have a curtain. Sounds like you might have put up a shower curtain instead of like an actual curtain. Alright, let's see, let's get to writing. It's so I could imagine. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna write some short scripts. So, they're gonna be bite size of roughly a minute or so. At least that's the plan. And it's gonna be me just, like, writing my thoughts out on stuff. So, like, the first one is gonna be about Pokemon Legends ZA, I think. Yeah, I'll worry about formatting and making this look pretty later. Let's see. No, this doesn't sound good. Maybe what I'll do is, I'll just write out, list out all the things I would like to discuss within the series, and then, as I feel the inspiration, I'll go back and write stuff. I'll also take suggestions if anyone wants to write, a picture and post it in the Maya server. Okay, you can also join my Discord, I do have it right there. God bless having a stream deck for a hotkey. Let's see, what are other things I would like to discuss? I am drawing a blank right now. Yeah, I am really just drawing a blank. And I don't know why. Wow, it's actually bugging me. What else could I discuss? I could do a thing on Blue Sky. There's always something there. And I use Blue Sky a lot, which you can find everything there. Let's see. What would be other good things to... What would be other good things I could discuss? Let's see. How am I now realizing my Discord? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'm a ghost. Or something. But, what else could I do? I really don't know. Why am I drawing such a blank? I mean, I guess I could probably do at least one for games or series that I really enjoy. Which in that case, Dragon Quest will be one of them. I can actually do a small little blurb about NSFW art, because there is something to be said there. I could definitely rant a little bit about Twitch, and these aren't meant to be negative, it's more just me, it's an opinion-based thing. So I should also count how many I'm gonna need. At least my own personal minimum. Where, you can just put it in, like, the general or the arts and other cool things. Either one works. We're pretty chill there, as long as they're not, like, flooding places. Alright. Or 20, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42. Okay, so I would want I'm looking to get 42 things written out, and then I can start recording them later. And yeah, I'll go take a look.
Pikachu!
Pikachu? Alright, it must be taking a moment to load in, but I do have that channel pulled up. So I'll be able to take a look once it goes through. I have notifications on for every channel in my server, just in case something happens, since my mods are usually very busy or asleep, because, you know, time zones and all that. So, I'm kind of my #1 mod for that. Also, aw, that's such a cute little emote. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's so freaking cute. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Or a mix of, like, hiccup burp things? Meowie is freaking adorable. Oh my god. Oh man, we love adorable in this house. Also, cranegame, in case you guys want to play while we work. You can just do !cranegame and get a prize. The prizes don't really mean anything. It's just something fun for chat to do while they're around. Yeah, and you can do it multiple times in a stream, don't worry about it. It just has a very short cooldown, like a few seconds, to prevent it from going crazy and overloading. Yeah. Ooh, teddy bear. Last night I had a dream about playing a crane game with some... I guess we're not really friends anymore. One of them started leaning really far to the right. And one of them we just haven't spoken in probably almost a decade, as much as I would like to, and I have tried to reach out. But so far nothing. But I believe last time we had spoken, he, or they, I mean, at the time it was he, him pronouns, but they're always kind of flamboyant and not really... They didn't really conform much to gender, so it might be they, them now. But yeah, they were going into chemical engineering. What does the font say? Teddy bear again. Technically I can customize that if I wanted to, but I don't really feel like going in and trying to edit the files or anything. But wouldn't it be cool if you could do that and, like, get different little tiny pinkies? Hey! Husband there! Ooh, hey, Riser got the axolotl. And Arsman, thank you so much for Zillerty Lurky. She's one of my mods and a very wonderful... Her family basically adopted me. She's a great artist. I highly recommend her. In fact, if I go into my Fugi... I think I have the Fugi that she made for me. Let's see. Remove that, and do a new one. Yeah, you know what? I'll upload the Fugi that she made for me, because it is actually really well done. If I could just find it. It might not have saved. Yeah, I don't have it on here, so it must be on my external LAN or something. Which is fine. I just won't be able to show it off right now. Open, there's the see-through curtains. Oh yeah, no, those are decorative curtains, like... You're supposed to put another set of curtains underneath those ones. But yeah, your mom is scamming you. She's scamming you like an episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Let's see, what are other topics I could possibly discuss? I mean, I'll just start looking around my room and see, like, okay. Well, I could do My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Let's see. I could do Genshin Impact. I could do retro games, that's another one. What else could I do? I could do cat ownership, that's a good one. Yeah, if anyone wants, like, has a topic they'd like me to cover on list, for, like, kind of giving my opinions and stuff, just drop them in chat here, I don't mind. I might not do them, but if it's something that I think I can write about, I'll throw it onto the list. Let's see, I can either do collecting in general. Oh. Hi, Shantae. That's another topic I can do. And if you like baking like I do, don't forget that if you use code VTuberPinky at checkout at Atasha Coffee, you will be able to get a 5% discount and have delicious coffee or make some very yummy treats. That's a Shantae sound, yes sir. You haven't heard of Shantae in years? Well, she's still going strong, and they have officially announced the next Shantae game will be coming out. It is now it's at some level of development. Before, like, the most recent announcement, all they said is that they were internally, like, referring to it as Shantae 7. Hey, it's Shell. Hi, Shell. How are you doing? I'm still crashing out, Shell, but that's why I'm a wiener, and that's why I have everyone here to just hang out, chat, while I try and get some work done. You just know as the pretty genie lady, never seen a game of her ever? Well, I happen to have played multiple times, even a few on stream. Well, actually, several times on stream. It's a very fun series, and it's available almost everywhere. It's available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC, even the Google Stadia that no one ever bought or used. I don't think it has any official mobile ports. If it ain't free, you can't play it. I mean, you could probably find a way to play the older ones. That's why I'm a wiener. Because I'm number one. I'm the wiener. But nothing yet. Ooh, I could write something about SpongeBob. Because that's always been a big part of me. Let's see, Mario is a series I like. And I could probably even break that down into different Mario games. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy. Let's see, Mario Odyssey. Patrick Star? No, this is Patrick. How about that? Raizo has a seashell emote. Nice. That's the Krusty Krab. No, this is Patrick. Is that the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick! Patrick, that's the name of the restaurant. Come on, BDSP. On Scarlet Violet. Alright, so we're getting a good list that I can start to write on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is the crane just calling you a pig at this point? Maybe it thinks you're an undercover cop. Oh yeah, so... Okay, so... Dying monkey. I believe it goes... The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. And then the carton of milk falls over. That's how it goes, yes, yes. Let's see, I could write about vgen, that's something that's definitely important. Stop, SpongeBob, we're not cavemen, we have technology! Let's see. Open sesame. Well, that's about all I can do. I'm so cold. I'm shivering. No, he in the group and think he will come to life easily. Hey, hey, hey! I represent that! Let's see. VTubers. VTuber artists. VTuber managers. Let's see, what are some other things I could cover? I want to get like 42 of these. I may not write them all today, but I want to at least have the 42 different ideas that need to be covered. Well, you see now, yeah, you see me, darn tootin'. The crane game is a good thing, it really is. It's just so simple. I even have it literally on, like a little quick hotkey for me. So that way if I ever feel like playing or just want to promote that we have it, boom! One little click. It's that easy. Maybe it's doing all the pigs because I am Snossage. I am Snossui. Hey, Bear is now tied for first place with the pig. Man, I didn't think trying to come up with enough of these concepts. Oh, hey, look! There is the coveted axolotl. Oh, and the bear takes the lead. You want the frog? I believe in the frog. The frogs. How rare is it? They all literally have the exact same rarity. Shell. Your first one was cranegame, and then your next one was cranegame. Shell, I think you need another coffee. With an extra shot of espresso in it. Your typing is going honk shoo me, honk shoo me. What if I did that to like the tune of Shark Bait? Honk shoo me, honk shoo me, Shark Bait, ooh ha ha. Ooh, hey, look, a frog. Yeah. Oh yes, move on. Thank you for posting that. I have been crowdfunding a PlayStation 5 because actually earlier this year marked the 5th year anniversary of when I started streaming. So I thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I crowdfunded a PlayStation 5 for 5 years of streaming? I don't know, I just want to do something with the number 5 and that's all I could think of. Now what I should do is I should open up my Switch here, not on stream. Commands. I don't know. I don't think I have something that says commands outright. But I mean, I don't have like any like super crazy commands going on. Yeah, like, cause cranegame is not actually done through any one bot. It's actually a completely separate thing. There's a Pokemon server in my Discord? Yes, there is. I literally have traveled to at least 2 different countries to compete in regionals. Okay, I mean, technically, I live in one of those 2 countries, but shh, don't tell anyone. I've also been to the USA. I went down to San Diego. It was actually a nice time there. It was. I went in January and I didn't need a jacket. That's crazy because, you know, first off, I live in Canada. If it's January, you're probably wearing a jacket. Even if you're over like in British Columbia, BC for short. In winter, you're probably still wearing a jacket. Less so for the snow and more, sometimes you might need it for the snow, but the closer you are to the coast, it's more for the rain and the cold wind. That wind can cut through you like a hot knife in room temperature butter. For Smash Bros. Oh, yeah, I'm going. You don't want winter? Oh, I really just like winter. Let's see. I could do Pokemon Unite as one of them. Pokemon Unite. Well, no, maybe I won't, just because they've been doing so many changes and I'm kind of out of touch with, like, how they've completely revamped it. I feel like it might not be right to talk about that. Animal Crossing I could talk about. Let's see. I haven't done that game in a while. Which one? Pokemon Unite or Animal Crossing? Or both? Otters love to eat meat. Darko, do not eat me. I am not safe for consumption. I still have the plastic on. And how am I doing? Well, you know, crashing out. Kind of as you would expect, but I'm making it work. I'm gonna save you. Stop you. I mean, do you want to eat plastic? I have a plastic wrapper on me. But then again, if you eat the plastic, you'll save the sea turtles. So on the one hand, eating me will save a turtle. On the other hand, not eating me will kill the turtle and save a pinky. Interesting. That is quite the dilemma. You could peel it off, but then, by removing the plastic, you're gonna kill the sea turtle. And then if you eat me without the plastic, you kill me and the sea turtle. Then you've got 2 hits. That's 2 bounties on your head. Do you want bounties on your head? That's what I thought. Yeah. Trick shot. Swish. Nothing but net. I am honestly still... I really don't know. Is the wild Pokemon 1 per day in the server? Oh, no. It's based on how many messages get sent. So the more that people yap, the more that will pop up. And then the more that pop up, well, more opportunities to catch. So that's why I have it there just as another way. I mean, partially because I like Pokemon, but also it's a small little incentive in case people want to, like, just to make them yap a little more. A 1,000 message convo? I mean, hey, if people talk that much, that means there's gonna be more spawns to catch. So yeah, go nuts, yap away. We've got channels, we've got places for suggestions. You want to say something, go right for it. Let's see. What else could I do? I wonder if there's like... I wonder if there's any more popular games I could yap about. Yay, frog! Shell got a frog, Shell got a frog. How many things do I have now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, we're getting close. The new Animal Crossing update in January, am I gonna play it? I definitely will be playing it. Whether or not I stream it, I don't know. My island is a huge mess. One thing I wish I could do is be like, hey, I wanna move, you know. I don't wanna have to, you know, move a house, and then go to it like another day or anything. I wish I could just do like a bunch of those things all at once. Instead of having, you know, to have a cooldown, so to speak. And like, I need to redo like my whole island. I just don't know how I want it done. I've got so much fun stuff in there, so I don't want to just do like a complete reset. I heard the new update's supposed to add having multiple islands, so maybe I could use that and just do like a complete new island right from, like a completely new island for stream. I could do like a stream island and kind of just wing it from there. Although the start might be a little slow, but it can also be fun to just chill and hang out. Some of the first things I ever streamed was doing my Animal Crossing dailies and hanging out. And since then, like, I've actually de-stuffed a lot as programs update and became better and as I learned more. When I started, I didn't have anyone there to really help me. Like, I could ask a question here or there and someone might answer, but there's a lot more resources for streaming now than there was when I started. Especially since, like, COVID was just kind of starting to hit. Man, hard to believe it's been that long, huh? And now, instead of COVID, it's measles. Again. Also, I don't know if anyone has been able to see it, but Twitch currently has a fun little thing where if you sub or gift a sub, you'll get 3 months of Discord Nitro. So that is significantly cheaper. And I am running a special thing where if you were to do a bundle of 5, you get 35% off. So if you've ever been thinking about gifting a sub or just subbing yourself, there's 2 different promotions and they do stack going on at the same time, so now is definitely one way to get the most bang for your buck. And even if you are unable to sub or gift subs, that is completely understandable. I just love letting people know about how economical this is and how much it really supports, especially since we are only 5 subs away to literally one bundle 35% off from chat choosing my pizza toppings. I wouldn't do it today though. I went out and bought stuff to make a stew at the behest of Tokai. Tokai is also super cool. I'll give her a shout out. Another Canadian streamer. Also a very big gremlin. So if you like gremlin lizard queens, or just gremlins, or lizards, or queens, or Canadians, definitely check out Tokai. Yeah, actually, we've played some games together and I've been a guest on her channel a few times. Yeah, and I believe, when Shell and I and a few others did the Goose Goose Canuck, Tokai was in there, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely gonna need to arrange another one of those. That is actually how I ended up meeting Shell and a few others. And now, I actually watched a decent chunk of them. Let's see. I need to think more. Just like maybe my daily life. Let's see. Looking at the t-shirts I have hanging on my wall. So Splatoon, Mario, Shantae, I've already talked about those a bit. Oh, I just noticed I'm wearing my Donkey Kong shirt. For some reason, I thought this was my Jurassic Park shirt. They're the same color. Ooh. I can talk about AI, because... Well, yes, there's a lot of very bad things about AI. There was one interesting thing I read recently. So... Police, kind of in my general area. Not like specifically where I am. And, yeah, so let me think about. Okay, so in my area, they put out an article about the police using AI, and what they did was they had found like a discarded body in a dumpster of some sort. Like, it wasn't like the main dumpster, I think it was like one in an alley or something. And they kind of did like a sketch. Oh, the body was found a while ago. But what happened was, they had like a sketch of they did a sketch of the face. But now they used AI and kind of did like a 3D recreation. So they kind of recreated what her face would look like to make it easier to identify, and now they are looking, like they're asking around, you know, have you seen this person? Like, can you identify them? I think that's actually a really good use of AI, because they're using it not to try and replace creative people, but to, assist in their investigation. They're literally using it to try and solve a mystery. Although, I don't fully believe when they say that, like, they rule it as not suspicious. But, the thing is, like, if you find a body in a dumpster, and, you know, they're deceased, how is that not... That, to me, sounds suspicious. Like, are people just commonly dumpster diving there? Like, hello? I don't know. But yeah, this is like a use of an AI, of AI tools that I think we should be focusing on. There's still gonna be the environmental impact, which needs to be solved. Last I heard, and I can actually fact check this now, or at least see if I can pull up a number. So, how much energy does Gen AI use? Because I heard that it was... What I was, told, or at least what I had last read, is that 1 year of using generative AI is equal to the amount of energy used in New York City and Los Angeles combined. So, I mean, it is still crazy amounts of energy that it uses. So, I mean, I'm assuming that this is generative AI for to figure out the mystery of the body in the dumpster. So, I can't, from an environmental standpoint, it needs to be improved, but for what they're using it for, like just what they're using it for, that is what it should be used for. So let's focus more on that, reduce the impact it has on the environment, and that would, I think, be a good step forward. So, I mean, that's something I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on, because being able to use it for that, or like, let's say you want to screen cancer patients, or even just a patient in general, not like a literal scan, but use it to help, like, you know, figure out, like, diagnosis, or at least what you should be testing for. You know, give them all the symptoms and it'll run through, you know, the entire data bank of different, like, illnesses that are officially classified. And what is that, the DSN, is it? Let me check that, DSN... by... the... I cannot remember it. What is the list of health problems called? There was like a specific thing that it was called. You know, watching the news a while ago, and this guy said he was suing ChatGPT for mental health. Can you do that? Because the AI gaslit him? To make him not crazy? Can you sue them for that? I wonder. Because I've never... like, I'm not a ChatGPT user. Apparently you can sue anyone and anything. Actually, that reminds me of a recent lawsuit I heard. This is gonna be more relevant for anyone in the US, but... if anyone's ever heard of Buc-ee's, with, like, their beaver logo, I don't think we have it in Canada anywhere, but surely, like, it gets talked about enough because it's, like, a very popular thing in the US. But they are currently suing, I think it was called Nutters to Go or something, or Nuts to Go. Because they have, what I believe looks like a gopher holding 2 acorns. Under any realistic court of law, that wouldn't hold up, and it would just nuts to go, nutters to go, or something. Actually, maybe I could even find it. Buc-ee's. If I do lawsuit? Can I find it? Oh, Nut Huggers, that's what it's called. Okay. Let me save this image. Here we go, okay. I don't want to save it in there. I'm gonna have to go in there and clean things out as well. Because my C drive is actually almost full. But I have a bunch of junk in there I could probably get rid of. And move into my external, like my videos and stuff. Okay, so... go here... Okay, I think... this should... Alright, I should be able to add it in, so... I'm gonna add a new image... Going here... Okay, so here. Bucky's on the right is saying that the one on the left, which is called Nut Huggers, is copyright infringement. Nuts for boobas, yes, that is evidently what it appears. But tell me, chat, do you think these two look the same? Also, apparently Nut Huggers is an underwear company. So just let that sink in, that Nut Huggers underwear. But wait, there's something even more wild. Because there's another thing that they did. Another lawsuit that Bucky's filed, and they won this one. That's not even the same animal. Bucky's is a beaver, and that is clearly a squirrel or a gopher or something. Okay. Now then, let me just adjust the size of this. Shabam! And guess what? Bucky's won this lawsuit. For copyright infringement. Tell me, how in the ever-bleeding heck is Bucky's the beaver even remotely close to? I don't even know, is that supposed to be like an alligator? Or like a crocodile? But yeah, Bucky's won this. So guess what? If you ever think Nintendo is bad, or trying to protect their IP, just remember that Bucky's sued a convenience store in Texas that used a gator in their logo for copyright infringement. At least when Nintendo does it, it is their IP. It's not that they do it, but at least you can make the argument there. Like a fan game using Pokemon that Nintendo and Game Freak and them have made? Yeah, you know what? That is gonna be infringement. I still wish they wouldn't necessarily do that if it's a non-profit thing. But hey, what a world we live in. So yeah. Just let that sink in that Bucky's is probably more crazy about IP infringement than most of these big companies in the gaming industry. Yeah, what a time to be alive. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, that's our little tangent. Sometimes I can't even. I need to de-stress with a crane game. Give me the axolotl. Cool, I got the axolotl. Thank you. See, if you ask nicely, you'll get what you want. It's not rigged, you're rigged. Oh yeah, Shell. Have you ever seen what I look like inside of the jar? You have? Yeah, there's... Canonically, I have been put in a jar as part of my Subathlon. It was an earlier goal, so I don't know if you saw it. But... Here, let me just show it anyway. Shabam! Look, I'm in a jar. It's based off the jar from Legend of Zelda. You know, like the ones that you would capture your fairy and put it in? Yeah, I got put in there like a fairy. Yeah, it was made by the lovely vgen Blue Frost. So I will highly recommend her. In fact, let me give her a shout out. Yeah, and her birthday is next week. I believe on the 27th. So yeah, she's pretty terrific. I do recommend her. And she's also such a sweet being. Now, let's see, what other things could I write about? Because we've been yapping a lot. Maybe I can, like... I can scroll through... I can scroll through my blue sky and be like, hey, is there any, you know... anything on my blue sky that I could possibly write about? Let's see. Don't need any of that. Don't need none of that. Do. Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm ideas, so again, chat, if you've got anything that you want me to cover, let me know. And then once the ads start, I am going to get some water, do a little stretch. Oh, this is neat. Someone's doing a giveaway of a Nintendo Switch 2 and Kirby Air Riders. I've already got a Switch 2, so I don't need it. But still, really cool to see. Do. So far, none of these are giving me ideas. I've gone through a lot of the games and series I like, that I think I could possibly write about. And I'm gonna do like some VTuber stuff. I could do the Amazing Digital Circus, but I feel like I would almost want to wait until it's over before writing about that. Alright, so ads are gonna be here in like 15 seconds, so that's gonna be a good time for my break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back a bit early. But right now Melanie's here, she just wants some rubs and stretches. Yeah, don't you, buddy? Oh. Oh, you sniffing? Making sure I pass inspection? Melanie's giving my hand the quality control sniff. Good news, I passed. I am now permitted to rub the cat. Yeah. Oh. That feel good, sweetie? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice big rubs. Big rubbies for the kitty. Oh, yeah. Oh. Welcome back, Shell. Melanie is such a happy kitty. Oh, yeah. Just gotta get all the rubs in, don't you? Yeah, isn't she just a sweetheart? Yes, you are. Hold on, I'll just move the mouse over a bit, Melanie, so that way it doesn't interrupt you. Yep. Oh, she's laying right down. Yeah. Aw. Hi. Do. So, you know, Christmas is coming up in just a teeny bit over a month. Yeah, 1 month, 5 days. So, does anyone have any fun Christmas traditions that they like to do? Or, I mean, even Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, basically anything for the December-ish holidays. And nowadays, I don't really have as much that I do. Traditions? Yeah, traditions. Growing up, something that I would do... Actually, a few things. So, my parents they were split up, so... I would always have, like, a little bit of an early Christmas with my mom and stepfather, which is where I got most of my presents from. Although, admittedly, my dad paid for a good chunk of them. So that way, like, I would have a Christmas. So we'd always open a bit early there, and we would do, like, the nice dinner, you know, the ham, the potatoes. There would be, like, some other vegetables there. Just spend time with your family and eat lots of food. Yes, I do like the holiday food. And honestly, I really like decorating the tree. Putting up the garland, the ornament balls. And we had ornaments from, like, other things. Like, I think we had a few Simpsons ones, I think there might have been a Star Wars one or two up there. I remember I actually got, I got one that was from Tim Hortons. And what was fun about that one is that it was a Timbit on a sled. I don't, like, there's not a whole lot at Tim Hortons that I order, but Timbits were one thing, at least on the road trip, I would always get myself. No Canadian road trip is complete without your stop to Tim Hortons. And then, so for my second Christmas, that would be with my dad, and we would go, like, to visit his mom, so my grandma and grandpa, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins would show up, or at least a couple of them would. And we always did the thing where we would open one gift on Christmas Eve, and then the rest Christmas morning, followed by a breakfast of hash browns, pancakes, bacon, and there would always be a nice dinner, like, there would actually be turkey and ham, and then there'd be, like, the potatoes, the Brussels sprouts, the stuffing, all sorts of nice delicious stuff. As well, there's also the Christmas Eve fondue. Although sometimes we would also do it on the 23rd. Kinda just depends on, like who would be showing up, and sometimes some family friends would be there, sometimes not. So, you know, it very much would depend, but... Honestly, it was a pretty neat fondue, but because I have, like, a sensitivity to lactose, I can have some, but not a lot. So, I couldn't really eat too much of the actual fondue. I'd still dip a few things in, but I'd mostly just eat it, without the cheese, but I would still put it in, like, the boiling oil. And it wasn't too bad. I don't really go visit that family anymore. One reason is, just a difference in political views. They are some of them are science deniers. And as I've grown older, I just don't have time for that. And the other thing is that, because of how far away they live, it's kind of difficult for me to get there. I can't do long car rides anymore. At least, well, it depends on what vehicle I'm in. The wrong vehicle will cause me to flare up. And then, it's just no fun if I'm stuck in a vehicle and, you know, my back and leg and, you know, my arms and everything are flaring up. It's just no fun for anyone, because then I'm in pain and people genuinely want... People do genuinely want me to feel better, but because of the pain, I'm just really grouchy and unpleasant. No fault, like, to anyone, because I know they mean well, and I don't mean to act like that, but when, you know, most of your body is in pain and decaying from the inside, you're not exactly a happy person. So to kind of just spare everyone from that, I tend to just stay at home. And one thing though is, as I've grown older, I don't get involved in the gift exchange as much. Oh yeah, you get it, like, when you're in all that pain, you're really not yourself, like... It's almost like that Snickers commercial. Eat a Snickers. Why? You're not you when you're hungry. Better? Better. I mean, if we ever find, like, a cure or something, or, like, something that can just completely stop it, then I'll be better. Because as long as it's not... As it is right now, it doesn't get better, but we've slowed it down, so... Reasonable odds I won't need to get a wheelchair for quite a few more years, which is great. Heck, if I take good care of myself, I might not even need the wheelchair. Which is kind of the goal. Still, I mean, it is very much a valid concern about whether or not I will need the wheelchair. Oh, I just cracked my back and that felt amazing. Yeah, oh no. Like, some predict that I would need it by age 30, but so far I'm seeming okay. I do still have some accidents, that does happen. And I mean, I can't just outright say it'll never happen. But, you know, I'm still relatively mobile as it is. I might invest in like a cane or something. I'd like to get a retractable one. That way I could like, you know, retract it and put it in my suitcase or something for when I travel. Then, you know, once I get to my destination and unpack, I can take it out, and if I feel like I'm gonna need it that day, boom, I've got it. Actually, I wonder. Retractable. Hey. Excuse me, cane. Well, just looking at some pictures, they do have them. They do exist, which, I mean, that's not really a surprise. But I guess the thing is, you know, getting one that's actually good quality. Especially because, you know, it's Canada, so I would probably want one that has a good grip on the bottom. I probably don't need one for the ice, because most of where I'm going won't be icy. Just for my own safety, but one that has a good grip for, like, it's gonna be moist. This one looks like it comes in different colors. Hey, it has pink. Cool. I would need to check the height, just to make sure, like, it would be okay. But, yeah, how about that? I mean, it says it's suitable for people of a height of 5'2" to 6'1". So, I do fit in that range. But I'm gonna need to look at some reviews. So let's read together. I mean, I'll just read it to you. Oh, it also comes with a strap. Alright, let's see. Let's see, great product, sturdy, folds up nicely to fit in my backpack to use when needed. This folding walking stick cane is sturdy, easy to fold, and comes with a storage bag. It certainly meets my needs. C'est un bon con, léger et pliable et boisson. Je fais 5'2" et tel est une pièce hot pour moi, même un premier tour. C'est dit, je le recommande. Great cane, I'm 5'10" and full figure. This cane is nice looking, can be extended to proper height, and supports my weight. It folds nicely into a nice bag that was supplied. So, I can tuck my cane in my purse at a restaurant and not have it falling on the floor tripping people. I'm very happy with my purchase. Love the color and that it's able to support husband's weight. The foldable part is amazing as well. Good build, nice packaging, and solid product. Not comfortable on the hands, aggravate my spinal stenosis, and cause me a great deal of pain, which requires me to stay at home and take extra pain meds. But I do not have that condition, so that probably wouldn't be an issue for me. It was a great gift for a loved one who my parents and I want to help out, as my godmother is having problems. She fell down walking on the sidewalk. Very practical because it is bendable and portable for anyone at any weight. It is easy to use for her. We ordered through Prime, which helps a lot because Ashley don't have a time period. It came the next day. Thank you, Prime, you helped save the day. So overall, a lot of good things, This person said twisted after 1 week of use. So overall, looks positive. Let's see if I could find... Alright, so... I'm going to look at reviews for the company itself. Alright, let's see. overall, from what I'm seeing, relatively good reviews. I mean, obviously there might be a faulty product here or there, but not bad. So I might have to pick this up for myself. Yeah, I'm gonna save this for later. Now, back to other things. What else could I write about? Because I've got a good chunk here. I want to have enough, but if I theoretically wanted to, I could post 2 of these a week, at least until I get back from my trip in May. My trip is in May. So that way, like, I can do a bulk recording, and if it's decided that I don't need to do 2 a week, then, you know, I'll still have extras. And I can always do more, but I feel like having that as a minimum than doing a very big bulk order, I feel like that would help a lot. Then, you know, I won't have to worry about short form content, and who knows, maybe I'll get some good clips for editing. Remember, clipping is a very good way to support your streamer. Now, I could do something about accessibility. That would be a good one to cover. Alright, so I'm currently at 35 out of 48. Yeah, I'm really just... My brain is very slow today. Brain not braining. Actually, I can do one also about online friends. Because, I mean, this is the digital world. That's something that's gonna be around for a lot of people. I'm just gonna make a note that is the 36th one. So, that way I don't have to always keep counting. Yeah, I'm... Actually, why don't I could do something about Dragon Ball? Yeah, I don't know why that one took a while to come to mind. Alright, chat. I need the hamster in my brain to start running. Brain, go! I wonder... I wonder if there's like a good channel or something. Like, maybe I should just scroll through TikTok. As much as I would prefer not to, I'm not really a TikTok user. It feels weird to me. Let's go into my following and see. No. Hmm. No. A lot of these are gaming clips. Hmm. 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 Alright, this is a good story, just from the person that's on right now, but not for my channel. Hey, get more! What? Thank you, welcome in! Oh my god, we have a level 2 hype train! And that's 5 gifted subs, which means we have hit the goal! Ba-ba-ba-ba! Chat's gonna get to choose my pizza, but not tonight, because I bought stuff. I am making myself a delicious stew with some nice vegetables in there. I got fresh ones at the market. But yeah, look at you, W! So, let me just do the thing. Up. So, get more. First things first. So, because of this, you actually do... Alright, so not that one, it's this one. Hold on. What's that? Alright, so, your name is going into the book, so please give me the color that you would like. I have all the gel pens ready. And you also get to write the blue sky post for me. Now for blue, do you want medium blue, light blue, or the dark blue? Speaking of pizza, favorite pizza place? Ooh. Honestly, there used to be a really good one called Firestone over here. Alright, light blue it is, alright. Firestone is no longer here. So, that is unfortunate, but Formosa, which I'm sure you've heard of Formosa, they have it over by the mall and one or two other places. Yeah, get back to me on the Blue Sky post. Alrighty-o. Honestly, if you even want me to just make it into a promo post for you, again, that's technically within the rules. Alright, so... Get more XP for 5. Also, make sure to check your drops, because it should be drops enabled where you will now get 3 months of Discord Nitro. Okay, so... It is Novembre el 20th to 2025. But yeah, Formosa has some good stuff. Although, because of the price, like, and just the fact that I don't live by it, and like the cost of delivery for it is a lot, I usually end up defaulting to Pizza Hut, which is just around the corner, but Pizza Hut still has pretty good quality and good deals. Okay, so I can put the pen away. The Pizza Hut by your place is pretty yummy. Honestly, for, you know, like being a fast food pizza, it's actually pretty acceptable. I mean, it's not perfect. So, we are now at 90 out of 95 for 3 Umamusame. Alright, so now we have a new pinned message. Huzzah! Alrighty, you have homemade soup simmering for supper today. Smells glorious, but now you want pizza? You know, boy, we should get together for some pizza sometime. That's something that we could absolutely do, just like hang out, get some pizza, chat, do who knows what. But, you know, just have a vibe. You know, jamming. Hmm. Actually, chat, that's a good question. What kind of pizza toppings do y'all like? The cheesier the better? You know, there was a time, so what would happen is, when my brother lived here, we would have a friend come over sometime. You know, we'd go do a bunch of Pokemon Go, then we would all go back to our place, and then we would order pizza, and, like, we would get the big 6-cheese pizza. It was so delicious. It would absolutely destroy my insides. But, oh, it was so good. Still, I mean, I have learned my lesson. I don't usually get that anymore. But I do like different kinds of cheese on my pizza, like, oh, Ollie? Okay, take care of Ollie. Like, she's about having just a lot of double cheese rather than 6 different ones. That's also, I mean, completely valid. Let's see, what else? What else could I write about? You have to pick up a slice and see the sheep lines like in an animated movie? Oh, that is definitely a good one. That's a great way to say it. Hey, hi CJ! I'm doing well, how are you doing? I'm actually currently brainstorming ideas that I'm gonna write about for short-form content, so if you've got any, please feel free to throw them in chat. I will absolutely take that. Yeah, I've got, I'm at 39, I'm aiming, what do I mean by short form? So basically, imagine that you're watching a video that's 1 minute long of someone rambling and ranting about something. So, you know, for example, let's say I'm gonna talk about Pokemon ZA. A lot of people are saying that it was a really bad game, they hate it, they think it looks awful, and you know, it looks awful, the map is short, but then on the other hand, when you think about it, the map itself has the main map, the rooftop, which is basically a whole other map, and then there's even underground areas you can go to. So the map is actually a lot bigger than people would think. It also has one of the best soundtrack and much more memorable characters than some of the other games. Basically, think of like a ramble like that. Now, of course, like that was just an example. I'm gonna obviously, once I, you know, get all these ideas, and then I'm gonna start writing them out, and probably get a little help from a friend to just kind of make them sound good. Oh, that's a cute wave. Yeah, wavy, wavy, wavy. Yeah, I've been just looking on, like, TikTok, scrolling through my blue sky, or, you know, just scrolling through basically everywhere. Just trying to see if I can find some ideas. Like, it could be games, anime, just things around, you know, the world. Hmm. Yeah, I'm honestly really thinking of more ideas. My brain is just kind of starting to run on fumes. Any games in particular? Well, so far, like, some of the ones I've done is, like, just on the list, not ones that are written out, is gonna be Pokemon Legends ZA, I'm gonna talk about Dragon Quest, I'm gonna do one on Genshin Impact, one just talking about kind of retro games, one on Shantae, the series as a whole, and then, like, for actual games, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, Pokemon BDSP, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, just discussing, and, you know, Dokapon, not yet. I don't know if I would have enough to say on Dokapon. But you know what? I probably could make that up. I think I could work with that. Let's see, other games, so, Steam Gaming, just talking about Nintendo in general, the Crash Bandicoot series, Polycon Bonanza, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Splatoon 3, Animal Crossing series, Kirby series. For some of these, like, it's easier to write about the series as a whole, rather than, like, trying to do individual games, unless the individual games are, like, big enough and made enough of a splash. Actually, you know what? I could even do Mario Kart 8 versus Mario Kart World. That's actually one I could probably do. So that puts us at 41. Actually, I wonder if I were to highlight all of them and then number them, but unfortunately those spaces get counted as one, which is kind of, it just looks icky. Okay, so, what else could I do? And it doesn't necessarily even have to be games, it could be just anything related to content. Like, it could be, like, I have one here that where I'm gonna yap about Twitch. Let's see. Brain. Hmm. Hmm. I'm just like, I'm going through various social medias right now just to try and spark something in my head. Alright, let's see, what else? There's stuff that I can do, like, I could do the Amazing Digital Circus, but I would like to wait until that's over. Because there's only 2 episodes left, and then I kind of want to do, like, a few rewatches. Because there's always little things you pick up on a rewatch. And I want to make sure, if I'm going to do a yap about that, I want to make sure that one in particular is quality, because that's a show I really do like. Actually, I could talk about CDs, because I do like CDs. CDs nuts, got 'em. Beat you to it, chat. I can do one actually on physical media as a whole. Well, I'll do physical games. Because that's CDs and physical games are a bit more relevant with me. You know, how about Booba mousepad? I could do that. Because, I mean, a lot of VTubers have those. I personally don't. At one point, I did try to order one, but it never came. Oh well, I mean, it's no big deal. Or just some, like, other generally good things that might be related to content creation. Yeah, I am stumped, but I'm getting close to having at least the list. And then, you know, another day or something, I'll probably... when I'm less crashed out. Yeah, when I'm less crashed out, I'll work on the scripts, or maybe even just some on my off time too. Kind of depends on when I get the motivation inside. Oh, hey! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I'm not normally a sausage. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good time in Aria's stream, because I know that's where you're from. Yeah, and thank you for the first time chat. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. I am crashing out, so I didn't bother trying to set up my VTube studio. But normally I am definitely not a sausage. I'm just doing a little bit of work, chatting, hanging out. Yeah, my brain's just been very slow lately. I might even need a nap later or something, I really don't know. But yeah, currently we are brainstorming ideas for topics that I can write about for short-form content. Short-form being about 1 minute where I just yap and kind of give my thoughts on something. I've got everything ranging from different games I've played, or something related to content creation, or, you know, CDs, physical games, or even things like, you know, what is a gesture from the heart? Or, you know, what it means to actually be there for someone? Because sometimes talk is cheap. Sometimes talk actually means a lot, though. So it'd just be my thoughts on, you know, where kind of I personally would draw the line. You know, someone saying, hey, I support you, and then not showing it? Yeah. Yeah, what else could I possibly write about? Yeah, my brain's just going slow. Yeah, my brain is trying to brain. And also, ads are gonna be starting soon-ish. Hmm. Yeah, I think I've hit my limit on just how much I could do, but I mean, we're at 44 out of 48. So maybe I just wrap it up here. And then I don't know, I'll come back to this project another day. So let's snooze the ads. And let's just get ready to raid. Raid. Okay. Let's see. Who might we raid? You know what, we could go raid Claire, because I don't get to raid Claire much. So, yeah, we will go raid Claire. Yeah, who's ready to raid the wonderful puppy girl? We love the puppy girl around here. Okay, so non-subscribers can use this one. Subscribers can use this one. /raid Claire_Fluffle. Yeah, we're gonna go give her a nice, wonderful raid. She's also a part of Rame, which I think is it RM? There we go. Yeah, make sure you join the server. We're all a bunch of super cool creators. We're relatively family friendly, but that doesn't mean we are not chaotic in our own ways. Alright, ready? Let's go. Go, 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 go.